In this video, I want to show you my game Crimson Sqad and share some of the technical challenges I faced while developing it. Crimson Sqad is a top-down shooter game where you control a mecha robot and battle various enemies on an alien planet. The biggest challenge I encountered was recreating a mechanic from Crimson Land where blood and enemy bodies never disappear. This created a satisfying effect as the entire combat zone became covered in different shades of red after defeating hundreds of enemies. However, leaving the dead enemies on the screen was not feasible. Each enemy object consumed computer resources and affected the game's frame rate. To optimize performance, I created a script that painted the sprite of a dead enemy onto the ground image at the exact location where the enemy died. This allowed the game to remove the enemy object without the player noticing. Without this technique, the game would slow down as soon as there were more than 30 enemies on the screen, whether alive or dead. After implementing this trick, the sprites didn't consume any additional resources, and the frame rate remained stable regardless of how long you played. The camera system had to be handcrafted because this game was developed in Adobe Flash, which is not a game engine. I created a script that would keep the player in the center of the screen. However, when the player approached the edges of the arena, the camera would stop. The collision system was also custom-made. Since Flash does not have a physics engine, I wrote code to ensure that enemies would swarm the player realistically instead of stacking on top of each other. I enjoyed programming various enemy behaviors. Some enemies would shoot at the player, while others would try to dodge the player's bullets. Implementing explosive barrels was a lot of fun. I would create levels filled with barrels and enjoy the explosive chain reactions. I also borrowed the idea of guided rockets that follow the cursor from Half-Life 2 and had a great time experimenting with it. Overall, the Crimson Sqad project was a valuable learning experience for me. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video.